Hello and welcome back to Stay Plugged In. My name is Sheridan, and today I am here with Oath, a Rocket League player for Accrue Esports, who recently committed to Ball State University.
My name is Arlin Burns. I go to Triton Central High School. My gamer tag is Oath. I play Rocket League, and I will be attending Ball State University.
Awesome. And so how did you get into Rocket League?
I got into Rocket League from one of my best friend's cousins back in early 2016, back on Xbox, and I've just stayed with it ever since.
Yeah, what do you like about Rocket League?
I'm a really competitive person, so I started out as like a freestyler, and that was really fun. But once I started to see the competitive side and what this game can do for me, that was really where I started enjoying it a ton.
Yeah, absolutely. And you currently play on Accrue. What's that like?
Playing on a crew is really nice because it's probably like I've been on not very many, I guess, but like three or four orgs in the past, and just the amount of support that we have from all the people on a crew is just amazing.
Yeah. And so how did you decide to pursue college esports?
Well, I was already playing Rocket League competitively since sophomore year of high school, and I started seeing all these people like Northwood, obviously. They're picking up teams left and right, handing out scholarships. I'm like, I'm playing this game competitively already. Might as well take my talents into a college and do what I can with it.
What were you looking for in a college esports program or in a college as a whole?
I was really looking for a college that had a team that kind of already established themselves, and Ball State with players like Zath, Wova, Daffy just seemed like the right place to land.
Yeah. And so let's talk about your recruiting experience from start to finish. You learned about college esports. You said, I want to do that. How did you get from there to getting a scholarship and you're about to play for Ball State?
hmm Well, once I started looking into it, I talked to a lot of people that had earned scholarships themselves, and most, if not all, people I talked to led me to stay plugged in. So I started talking to some guys over here, and it led to me getting this scholarship. So I'm very thankful.
Yeah. And did you plan any spin events or did you just start like a bunch of conversations with coaches? How did that go?
I didn't plan any events, but I talked to some coaches and some esports directors, and through Stay Plugged In, through their website, I stayed in contact with a bunch of different schools, and that helped a lot.
Yeah. And how did you finally narrow it down?
Well, I had a few places that I was really interested in going that were offering me, and but the only one that was in state and that was still had a good program in the academic field that I wanted to go into was Ball State. So.
What drew you to Ball State? You mentioned your teammates, you mentioned being in state. Anything else about the program that really drew you in?
Well, I've got some friends myself that are going to Ball State, so that helps. But in general, Ball State, I've always known it's an amazing college, and they're just very established and very good at everything that they do. So,
And what are you most looking forward to about going to Ball State?
the thing I'm most looking forward to, well, I got to other than competing in CRL is probably the main thing. Other than that, I'm really excited to start learning about what I want to major in.
What advice would you give to other students who want to pursue college esports?
I'd say that it's definitely worth it if you have the time for it. And I honestly, I don't see a downside to it. If you're already playing a game competitively, then college esports is definitely something you should look into.
Yeah. And what would you say set you apart as a recruit in this like recruiting process?
Well, I feel like through like my team with a crew and some past teams, I've already kind of established myself in the scene. So translating that into college esports, that definitely helped to have a really nice background.
Yeah, absolutely. And what advice do you have for students about approaching parents or guardians about college esports?
Well, my parents have always been really supportive with everything I do in esports, and seeing that you can play in college and you can play in all these college tournaments and you can get money out of those, and just it's a really fun experience as well. Just playing with those people around you, and yeah, I think it's a really good way to kind of get involved with clubs and a bunch of different stuff within the college too.
And what goals do you have going into your first semester at Ball State?
First semester, um, academically, obviously, I'm just going to take a bunch of prereqs and try to figure out what I want to do with my major. But on the Rocket League side, I'm really excited to start playing in those tournaments. And my main goal, my first goal, is going to be to make CRL and then make the playoff bracket of CRL.
Yeah, how do you feel about the competition?
Well, I'm not too educated on it. I've heard a little bit from my boys at Ball State, but I think we can we're definitely gonna be placing up there.
Yeah, and have you talked to your teammates? How's that going?
hmm I've talked to my teammates for sure. I've been on 2 or 3 visits up to Ball State, and I've met them up there, and I've also just talked to them, going into their matches and stuff. So it's been really nice.
Yeah, and what are your expectations for CRL versus being in RLCS?
I think even though the competition for obviously the competition for RLCS is going to be a little more extraneous, but CRL has definitely still got a good amount of competition, and I'm really as I messed up my words, but I'm really confident in our team at Ball State, but I know it's going to be a tough journey, but I definitely think that we'll be at least making it to LAN. That's my main goal because I've never been to any kind of esports LAN before. So
Oh yeah, really?
I'm really excited for that.
As a competitor?
Yeah. Well, I haven't been at all. I haven't
not
visited
even
one
as a
either.
spectator? How does it feel to be joining some other Rocket League pros in CRL?
It feels amazing, honestly, especially because I already knew Zath and I already knew Wova and Daffy. I'm getting to know as well, and it's just really nice to be surrounded by great people that I can actually go and actually be with in real life, because I've never met anyone other than them. I've never met anyone from online or Rocket League or anything in real life, so it's a really cool experience.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I know there's a lot of other pros in CRL as well with Fisher College. So it'd be interesting to add more pros to the mix. What does now until you start at Ball State look like? Are you going to be grinding the game a lot? Are you going to be focusing on your grades? Anything like that?
Definitely going to be grinding the game a lot. Honestly, for my senior year of high school, I'm not really doing much. I've been taking it really easy, but that gives me a lot more time to focus on what I'm doing in RLCS and going into CRL. So I'm definitely grinding the game and getting some practice in with the guys over at Ball State. So
yeah, and how do you kind of balance being a student and being in RLCS, being on a team? What's that like?
Well, with an RLCS team, we normally have anywhere from 2 to 3 scrims a day. So as long as I have that, and then I get all of my schoolwork, any studying that I need to do, if I get that done before scrims, or maybe if it's a big assignment, maybe after scrims, if I don't get finished, then I can still have time to do anything else I want to do after this.
Yeah, so just like any other sport.
Yeah.
And then last question, where can people find you? Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, anything like that?
I've got twitch.tv/Oathla, OATHLUH, and then I've got twitter.com/Oathler, OATHLER.